exactly the same. He has proved कि बड़ा आदमी वो नहीं होता जो खानदानी बड़ा हो. बड़ा आदमी वो होता है जो अपने पास बैठे हुए आदमी को छोटा महसूस ना होने दे. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Ashok Gajapathiraju ASSOCHAM. Please put your hands together for him.
Can I close this? Thank you for those words. I wish I can rise to that level. Actually, I'm delighted to be among all of you today. Such a varied lot. On the dais itself, it's a varied lot. The ambassador of Spain gave us a perspective of ourselves, like we are standing beside her, in front of a mirror. Our reflection is visible to us as a nation. What do we see? What do we like? What is it we would like to change? Because change is a continuous process. Are we going to change for the better or for the worse? Hundreds of years back, if my history is correct, a gentleman from Spain landed up on Indian shores in a state which we now call Kerala. Bought spices at prices which were 300% more than what the local market sold, took these internationally and sold it at a 3,000% profit. India's trade with Europe, or actually what we think, probably even if it was earlier, it could have been earlier. But trade started, travel started, internationally India became connected. And of course subsequently we got connected with wars. Through passes through the Himalayas. All types of turmoil we have gone through. We have a resplendent heritage. Probably we have to develop the attitude to cherish it. And as far as tourism goes, a lot of disposable incomes everywhere growing in the world, including India, wanting destinations. I visited one part of our country a few months back, and the governor told me that there was a sight that he saw just before sunset, where a few parrots, 2-3 parrots, came, inspected the area. Then a few more came and inspected it even further. And parrots are very colorful, and they descended in hordes of thousands. And they trimmed the undergrowth in that forest, like probably no expert gardener could even trim our lawns. But this is a site in our country which is reserved for governors, administrators, probably ministers within cabinet. It's not available to the to the tourist. So how many such destinations are we going to pull out? How are we going to pull it out? We have a government here. My own worthy colleague had an 80-minute ride this morning, probably to come to New Delhi just because he couldn't get a house in Delhi, which is available to a cabinet minister, but our culture does not allow a former cabinet minister to vacate a house. It's a mindset problem. To allow, so till, notwithstanding court orders, so we have to develop a mindset that we can achieve. India has had very turbulent skies. In fact, I think we have as many airlines that are flying on the skies, we have more airlines that have crashed and gone into oblivion. So when SpiceJet also landed up in turbulent weathers, we got worried. Of course, like a little toddler, we put our fingers in front. Ajay Singh grabbed it like a child, took those unsteady steps, took it. Then he walked away, and we hope that he is going to grow into that strong man who does not require that hand holding or finger holding. That's the team he has to put. That's the team he has to work with. And that is the team that will deliver. Government's policy, we have to be a catalyst. But working of that policy has to be done by everyone. We have to advance actions. In aviation, I probably need not tell this, but it has been a drift and everybody has found their level of discomfort or level of comfort. So you have people over the ages changing their stance, going ahead. But their opinions do matter. Internationally, when Emirates is judged as the best airline, I would think because they are serving the Indian people. That's why the Indian people and organizations like this recognize it as the best airline. They don't sit on their laurels. They are working it day and night. We have to take inspiration from our heritage. Work now for the future. If Indigo is judged as the best airline domestically, as an aviation minister, I can't take sides, this airline or that airline. But I can, a feel-good factor comes in, where we say it has on-time performance, Indigo is probably the best airline we have in our country. So, on-time performance, what's the importance of it? Least service disruptions. Our rich heritage is one angle of tourism. Probably airlines do have a role there in promoting it. But there's leisure tourism. There's also adventure tourism. Probably they have still to grow. But on the plus side, we do have a government that has had extensive discussion and has come, or rather in the process of having a draft policy which I see almost every day in the newspapers, though certain aspects are supposed to be secret. And if I marked it as secret, it would have been in the headlines. But we are fortunate that we have a Prime Minister who has spent long hours discussing aviation or all aspects of aviation with a small group of ministers. I have never heard of a Prime Minister in our country taking time off